Nuevas investigaciones han comprobado que si quieres mantener a tu cerebro sano y minimizar los riesgos de Alzheimer y demencia, es momento de que te pongas a hacer ejercicio. Corre, que tu cerebro lo agradecerá. Cuando acabes de leer este artículo, lo primero que vas a querer hacer es apagar la computadora, pararte de tu silla, ponerte un par de tenis y salir a correr. Eso sería lo ideal para ti y tu cerebro. Si lo que quieres es mantenerlo sano y así minimizar los riesgos de contraer Alzheimer o demencia, es momento de que te pongas a hacer ejercicio. No lo decimos de dientes para afuera. Este año el Dr. Kirk Erickson del Brain Aging and Cognitive Lab de la Universidad de Pittsburgh ha logrado darle sustento científico a esta idea. El ejercicio no es un asunto que sirva solo para fortalecer lo que tenemos del cuello hacia abajo. Ahora se sabe que también se ve beneficiado lo que está en nuestra cabeza, como nos explica el Dr. Erickson en entrevista para Piensa Indie. Al monitorear a 200 individuos de entre 18 y 80 años, Erickson logró demostrar que después de los 55 años, el volumen de materia gris en la corteza prefrontal del cerebro disminuye del 1 al 2% en individuos sanos, mientras que la disminución representa un 3.5% en individuos con demencia. Las personas activas tienen la mitad del riesgo de desarrollar Alzheimer en comparación con las personas sedentarias. La diferencia podría ser que salgas a correr en este momento. Un 2.2% de riesgo para las personas activas contra un 7% de riesgo que tienen las personas sedentarias. De igual manera, las personas activas tienen solo un 4.2% de probabilidades de desarrollar demencia, comparada con un 10.1% que tienen las personas que prefieren pasar las tardes frente a una pantalla. Si quieres incrementar tus capacidades cognitivas ahora y tener una buena salud mental en los años finales de tu vida, solo tienes una opción: hacer ejercicio.
One of the things that's so compelling about this research is that we can take mice and rats and give them exercise and see new neurons grow. And so we can see new cell growth and new and cell survival in different areas of the brain. And we can see increased vasculature, increased number of capillaries that allow more nutrients to enter into the brain. We can see that on that level, on that animal level, but we can also see it all the way up into the human level. Humans, we give people exercise and we see improvements in cognition, we see improvements in mood, we see improvements in sleep, we see changes in inflammation and changes in all of these molecular and brain systems that will influence your brain function, and so I think it's really the entire picture is really what you need to take home, and that is that this just isn't found in a series of studies on dementia or a series of animal studies. It's found whether you look at rodents, mice, rats, whether you look at humans, whether you look at dogs. It occurs on the cellular level, so we've identified the cellular and molecular processes at work. If you're worried about your brain health, or if you are just interested in enhancing your capabilities right now, your memory abilities, then exercise, physical exercise, is one of the best ways that we know of doing that. Even if the results are completely wrong, which I'm sure they're not, but let's say that exercise doesn't work to enhance your cognitive health and improve memory formation, we do know quite well that it also that it does have an effect on reducing disease risk and increasing your lifespan. So at the very least, you are going to be living longer and better and without disease. And so just by adding exercise, we will we will be enhancing your lifespan, reducing your risk for disease. But what we've been finding is that we can also increase and improve your cognitive function and brain health. I found that physical activity and diet and things like that, and especially physical activity is what I've been mostly focusing on, are very good tools to examine the capabilities for the brain to change. I think that this comes from a long, kind of an old philosophical perspective of that the brain and the mind is separate from the body. To kind of this more Western, I think more a Western civilization type of perspective that there's differences between pursuing intellectual endeavors versus pursuing more material, bodily types of endeavors, and I think that that general tradition, philosophical tradition, has kind of implicitly come all the way to us, where we think of physical activity and we think of those things that influence the body as influencing us from the neck down, and we rarely take into account, we rarely think of the fact that our brains are part of our body, and our body. It's unfortunate that it's taken us this long to realize that physical activity and other things that we do to our bodies will influence us from the neck up, will influence our brains. Our brains are part of our bodies. I'm always surprised that the effects are as consistent as they are. And so from that perspective, I'm always surprised that this actually works. But from another perspective, I'm not surprised. I've seen this enough, and I've seen this these associations in enough different studies that I think that the effect is real. There really is something there. It's very robust and very strong and powerful.